Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
The reason that the girls liked me was, hey now, I'm all around you, Hey now, up on your heart I can sing through you. And I play and I sing, and they say, hey man, you got soul in that music. And I said, yeah, I play a little bit, you know.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 14th day of February 2025. Good Friday morning, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all. And happy Valentine's Day to y'all. Here we are. My name is Chris Hockey. It's the Patrick Morning Show on a Friday. We got Julie Daniels coming in to play some initials. Looking forward to that. Mark Parrish will be here. No Marnsey today because she's out saving the world, you know, as she wants to do Super Marns. And a cast of thousands, you know, regulars and some of the non-regulars, and some of us are irregulars. Regulators! It's Friday, can you tell? Here's Doug Millard with some comedy for Valentine's Day on a Friday. And now it's freezing. It's going to get colder, but come on in. We're warm in here. I'm glad you're here.
Valentine's Day. Anybody? Anybody love Valentine's Day? Who here hates Valentine's Day? Yes! Yes! These are my people! Woo! Yes! I hate that. If Cupid were here, I'd rip off his wings and punch him in the diaper. Let's go. Yeah. Let me tell you why I hate Valentine's Day. Because a few years ago, on Valentine's night, I thought I would have a nice romantic evening in with a lady. But little did I know that same night, her ex-boyfriend thought he would try to win her heart back. And being the sweet, romantic guy that he is, he thought the best way to do this would be to get all coked up and then jump through a window and try to murder me. Don't woo that. I know you fellas are thinking, like, why didn't I think of it? I know. There's always next year. Because you know what? It works. They're still together. It's great. Don't feel sorry for me, though, because, you know, I got a cash settlement out of the deal. And I'll tell you this right now. Getting stabbed actually pays better than comedy. So...
There's a stressed beaver.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder.
Jeff, look at this
There's
thing.
lightning in your stride.
It is Valentine's Day 2025. That means Friday, February 14th. My name is Cory Cove. That's Chris Hockey. There's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Zachary Halverson. No Creasel today. He's golfing in the rain in Coronado in San Diego, California. No Marnie today, but Parrish will be here in a little bit. Julia Daniels from Care 11 will be here. Care 11 Sports to play initials. $84,500 up for grabs. That's really the only thing you can really gamble on in this sport and win. Can't gamble on actual sports anytime soon. Chris, it looks like that bet between you and me from a handful of years ago where we bet what state Minnesota would be.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Zach is fired up about it.
There's only one winner, Zach.
And it's not sports betting.
No. We tanked the sports betting bill with the weed bill. I mean, that is unbelievable. But great job, Minnesota. Great job down there.
You know what I'm shocked by? I don't think I know anybody that hates the Twins more than Sauce does.
Yeah, I mean,
Every time I walk in here, I see different articles about the Twins. And today he's got the entire Twins baseball schedule up on this computer, planning his summer.
Yep. That's spring training.
How many games do you think you're going to go to, despite hating the team?
I'll go to one.
One?
Yeah, I'll bring my son to
So
one.
you're looking through the entire schedule to pick the one game you're going to go to?
No, I was just writing something down for sports. They play their first game a week from tomorrow.
Smooch.
Do you ever go to spring training?
I've never been, no.
Why not?
I've never been west of Ohio.
Oh. You should have gone when you could, when you had the chance.
It's like 25 minutes from where my mother-in-law lives.
Yeah, why would you not?
I don't know.
Next
Go see your mother-in-law.
Bring the kiddo.
Can I go see your mother-in-law?
Sure. Yeah.
I bet you'd go visit her if she was your stepmother.
Yeah. Is she having any trouble with something that's under the couch?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me know.
I will. You'll be the first one I'll text, Hogs.
No, you can make me top 5. Yeah, I don't have to be first.
Text you second.
Thank you.
What do you hate more, the Minnesota Twins, or does Zach hate this weed bill that killed the sports betting bill?
I like the weed bill. I just wish they would, enact it. And
enacting.
I mean, it was legalized in August of 2023, and we're looking. The most optimistic outlook is dispensaries in late 2025, but more realistically, early 2026.
So kind of like GTA 6.
And then in the process of that, we're now not going to have sports gambling because they've mishandled the deployment of dispensaries so much that we just aren't going to have any fun in the state. That's fine.
There was that day we all came in here, and hidden in that one bill, they passed the marijuana bit, right?
The Delta 9.
Right.
Yeah.
We had Anthony from Cultivated on. We did the whole bit. That seems like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And this
Pretty
is
much
where
was.
we are,
Yeah.
right?
Because that was August of July of 22, I believe.
Get the month right or I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. So that was a full year before we legalized the rest of it, the actual non-Delta 9, Delta 9 edible stuff that was great. I mean, but also, man.
Think about it, Zachary. Tonight's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or in your household, Friday.
In a perfect world. Not untrue.
He's not wrong.
Perfect world. You could get high and bet on sports tonight.
Yeah.
Well, the Daytona 500's on Sunday, which is the best thing to bet on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Where the hell's this perfect world at? Because I got to
Iowa.
Are there
Illinois.
Everywhere, and I would just Hooters.
Nevada.
Loose women.
Annie Ann's pretzels, Raising Cane's chicken fingers, Red Lobster cheddar bay biscuits. And then all the betting and the whores and stuff that you were talking about too.
3-foot margaritas.
Oh my gosh.
Whores, they're nice ladies.
It was implied
The
heavily.
betting of the whores or the betting and the whores?
Wait, can we go back to why is Daytona the best thing to bet on?
Because look at the odds. All right.
Got them.
You pick a couple of your favorite ones there, and then you splash the board like it's roulette.
Oh, yeah.
And if you hit on, like it's, even some of your guys like plus 4,000. If you hit that that's $50 on a plus 4,000 bet.
That is.
Ooh, I was hoping you'd finish that.
You can do this.
Well, 100 would have been 4. So 2,000. That's 2,000. $2,000. So it's awesome, but regardless of that, it's just I've been more Italian as I've grown older.
Yeah. What's your background? What's your lineage?
Norwegian.
Yeah, Norwegian.
Irish. My dad is the
There's
Norwegian.
a lot of ladies named Nora.
Norway.
Yeah.
So you're Norwegian.
My mom's side of my middle name is Patrick McKenzie.
So you're super
very
super
Irish. A little Scottish, I guess.
Hey, what are we going to be Scottish? Yeah.
And very Minnesotan.
Why do you have two middle names?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's too many. You're like Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has like 15 of them. One of them's Pirate because Phineas would call her Pirate before she was born.
How old is she now?
Man, you know a lot about that.
She's awesome. 22 or 3?
Okay, cool. My goodness.
Yeah. You know a lot about her. You know a lot about her for a limo driver.
Yeah.
Do you have like a secret room at your house that just has like
No, I've just been on. I've been on it since day one because my oldest daughter was all over it immediately.
Yeah, I know you've been a long time.
She was through her. She found Billie immediately, like a lot of underground people did, and then boom, she was the biggest thing in the world. And that show a couple months ago was sick.
I spend fully 3%. I'm estimating. I haven't done the math. I spend fully 3% of my day each day looking at pictures of Billie Eilish, trying to determine if that's really her or if somebody's put her head on the body of a woman with giant rocks.
Got it. With what?
Giant rocks.
I
do you know what I'm saying? Do you not see 400 million pictures of her walking around in a bathing suit that she couldn't possibly, that wouldn't be her wearing? And then I look and I'm like, well, if that's not really her, then they did a great job. But is that really her?
And then you put your pants back on.
No, I leave them off. I'm home, man. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm in my neighborhood, walking around getting some steps.
Wait, is that a true statement that her middle name is Pirate?
That's the part you heard.
One of her like 4 middle names.
I don't know Dave Matthews' middle name.
Yeah, but her name is Pirate. Middle name is Pirate, and I just heard why that's one of the 3 or 4 middle names that she has.
Do you know the rest of them?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Take a guess.
Kitchen.
Steve.
You got it.
Thanks.
Smuggler.
Well, her last name's O'Connell anyway, right? So is Eilish one of her middle names as well?
Yeah. Billie Irish Pirate.
Irish Pirate?
My God.
There's one more?
There's one more.
What's it start with?
B.
Oh, like Baird?
Yep.
Baird? I've seen it before.
Yep.
I'm not the one scrolling Instagram for Billie Eilish pictures like this guy over here. Don't look at me. I just know her middle name.
He's not on Instagram. He's just Googling.
Listen, ladies.
Billie Eilish.
Listen.
Big jugs is
What's
what he's
creepier?
Googling.
Me being attracted to an attractive lady or him knowing her damn middle name?
Well played.
Good point.
Well played.
Yeah, good point, Hawk. I mean, I hate to say it, but checkmate.
Yeah, checkmate is correct.
Thank you. Man.
What were those two doing? Chris was looking at pictures of her. What was Cory doing? Reciting all of her middle names from memory.
Man, CNN's got a review of a soft serve ice cream maker.
You have soft sores.
Not anymore.
Yeah, good job by CNN, right? Covering the important stuff.
But they're reviewing it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I might want a soft serve ice cream maker.
You should buy one.
You should shut your damn filthy mouth.
Got it?
Man, how good would it be to have your own soft serve ice cream
that's
maker?
pretty cool.
Hey, by the way, Zach, is your butthole okay?
Yeah, how's your rim?
Yeah, it's weird. It went from...
Your butthole is weird in what way?
It got better into the evening yesterday. And then now I'm dealing with just this constant headache, which is fun.
You guys don't know, but Zach's a hero.
I'm not.
He came in yesterday.
I could be a hero.
God, great song.
I'm happy I didn't.
And he was very sick. He came in yesterday. He was very sick.
Yeah, he was laying down on the table.
So the pain has traveled all the way up your butthole into your head, and now you have a headache.
No, the pain was always in my head, too.
Well, and send the pain below.
But the ibuprofen don't work on the butt.
I wouldn't know.
That is,
your mic's on.
You should put that on a billboard.
Yeah, ibuprofen wants to talk to you.
The ninja swirl does it all. It whips up soft serve, frozen custard, fruit blends, and frozen yogurt for your entire family.
You need that.
I don't know, man. I feel like all those kind of are gimmicky and don't work. You guys ever tried? Did you ever, for like Abby? Did you ever buy a like an ice? What's it called? Like a Hawaiian ice maker?
Of course,
or snow cone maker.
Of course he did.
Those never work.
I don't know if I did or not, man. Oh yeah, snow cone maker.
Of course he did.
They never work. It looks like, how hard can this be? You just make like shaved ice and then put the syrup on it. They never work.
He paid $2,500 for a YAG machine.
I get it, but I just...
It was for charity, slut.
My guess is this doesn't work.
You outbid yourself.
And you just said Ninja, right? Those Ninja ones are
They're
good.
They're great. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I bet that's good.
Man, look, it looks very complicated, though. Here's the problem. I'm never going to read the directions.
Right, you're just going to wing it.
So milk's going to be flowing out of there onto my counter, just like my nuts.
Why are your nuts on your counter?
No, he was talking about flowing. Oh. The milk flowing. He wasn't talking about the placement of his nuts on the counter like his Ninja ice cream maker.
Yeah, you need this.
You're right.
Yeah. It's only two. You spent more on that AI bit.
Speaking of moron, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excellent.
What's new?
Nothing, man.
How's Louie?
He's great.
There is no Louie, only Steve.
He doesn't do much.
He doesn't do much. Why isn't he doing anything yet? What is he, a month and a half?
He's a month and a half. You are correct.
What is his deal?
You know, send him down to the temp agency.
Yeah.
I mean,
he should get a job. Yeah. No, he's wonderful.
There is no Louie, only Steve.
How many people in this
I
building?
think about that every time.
Every time you say Louie, I think it.
How many people in this building work exactly as hard as Louie does?
Oh, God. Well, his dad.
Some of them are here just as often.
Yeah, well.
Because Louie's been here once in the last
couple of weeks.
Yeah. Louie was here 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Sorry, only Steve.
Only Steve in the building.
Last time he was in here, I saw him. I walked up to him and he goes, "Did you call low ball?"
And I went, "Yep, guessed it on the first try." God, great.
Would you still be proud of Louie if he was possessed by the devil?
Oh,
yeah.
Great question.
You would?
Yeah, because then I would bring you over and point at you and go, "See, it's real."
Yeah, but your son is possessed by the devil, which means he probably has to be eliminated for the good of humanity.
No, he could do a podcast, Possessed by the Devil. That would make money. People would listen to that.
You'd still be proud of him.
Of course.
Can he please do it with a former athlete so we can get some advertising for it?
Yeah, can he do one with Matt Castle?
God, who is listening to that?
How about Tyrese Maxey? It could be Maxey and Louie on the mic.
What would that podcast be about?
Well, it's about his house.
Food and travel and who knows?
It's about his house, his apartment. He calls it Maxie's Pad.
Brilliant.
He knew I was going there.
Yeah,
you knew it.
yeah.
You know, you set me up like a pro, like a Smurf.
I don't know, man. If one of my daughters was legitimately possessed by the devil, I would disown them. That's like the one thing I can't hang with that.
I'm telling you, we've talked about this before, but we all forgot about it. But one of my great dilemmas as a young man, Cory, was watching the fine and very scary film Salem's Lot, and the scene where the vampire older brother is outside the window going, "Let me in, Michael."
Jesus.
And I was thinking to myself, if that's my older brother, I got to let him in, because if he's a vampire, I want to be a vampire too.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to let your brother probably bite you and suck your blood.
Yeah. Oh, God, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I want to say, right? Do you guys know what I want to
Yes.
say? Okay, good.
Yes.
Does it involve your sister?
Wait, no,
it
he wants
involves
to wait
somebody.
6 days. Just wait 6 days and tell that joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
What'd you say about the brother doing what now?
Anyway, the point is
Oh boy.
you felt sympathy for the brother dynamic there.
Yeah, I'm like, well, and plus he's going to have all the fun, It'd be fun to float around and fly and bite people on the neck.
Even your brother, I guess.
Yeah, well, blood.
Sauce, if Louis was possessed by a devil or a demon today, would you get? Do you think you would try to have another kid just so you would have at least one successful kid? Because this one's screwed if he's possessed.
I mean, but like if he was possessed, like let's say legitimately possessed.
Yeah, let's take this seriously.
Okay, let's be serious about this.
Please, man.
It would be like there'd be a media frenzy if it was real.
If they could prove it, of course. He'd be a scientific anomaly and everybody would be studying him for the rest of his life.
Media equals
money
and
fame and attention. So your family would be like, look at my boys on TV.
Yeah.
Cash those checks, Steve.
I love it. It's like they came in to have priests talk to him and there was cameras in the room. I would lean in and show my face. Yeah.
You know what though, dude?
I would protect him and I'd be proud of him no matter what he did. Why is Chris Hockey, I remember once saying that if Alex ever did something where he needed his help, he wouldn't question it, he would just do it.
I told Alex.
More specific.
I wouldn't even ask him why he did it.
Correct.
I would just say,
sure.
Pack your bags, we're out of here.
Yeah, you flat out said if he murdered somebody, you'd get into Canada.
I wasn't going to say that.
I wouldn't even ask him why he did it.
Yeah, it's the bit from the movie The Town when Ben Affleck's character says, we're going to hurt some people, and I'm not going to need you to ask about it. And Jeremy Renner looks at him and says, which car are we going to take?
Yeah, that's it. That
doesn't even hesitate.
That's
the
how it's
correct
done right
response.
there. That's how it's done.
Yeah, Hockey, I have buddies like that, and Hockey has buddies like that they would fight for their women.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am a buddy like that.
Yeah.
All right, do me a favor, though. When you go home, ask your lovely wife, Kel, if we found out Louis was possessed today, what would we do with him?
Oh, he's so cute, though.
What does he do?
Not much.
Oh, man.
He just hangs out.
Lazy piece of crap.
Yeah.
Well,
he just
that's
hangs
aggressive.
out. How can you be mad at that face?
But
Super cute.
Yeah,
but again,
he is cute.
It looks like he has eyes that are possessed by the devil.
Yesterday, do you want to hear something?
Oh, God, yeah, I certainly do.
I'm not the best person to have a kid.
Oh, Lord. What did you do?
We've been waiting 6 weeks for these kind of stories to start. What do we got?
Yesterday, I was holding him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
And every time I would go, his eyes would get super wide because it would kind of scare him. So I think I did that for about 15 minutes.
Just made fart sound effects?
I would just hold him, look at him, and when he would kind of fall asleep, I'd just go, and then he'd... And I laughed every time.
So you kept your infant son awake for 15 extra minutes, disrupting his sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Because fart sound effects made him open his eyes.
What is the earliest the Menendez brothers could have killed them?
Brilliant. And I had no idea about this. Babies poop a ton. It's a disaster. The other day, I changed him, and I was like, all right, it's just me and Louie. Mom went out to do some things, and just Steve. And I'm like, all right, buddy, you and me, we're not going to screw this up. I'm going to do this. I can do this. So all of a sudden, he farted, and I'm like, oh, God, it stinks. So I brought him into his changing area, put him on the changing table, took his diaper off, and it looked like The Exorcist threw up. It was horrible.
What else did your son's bowel movement look exactly like?
It looked like somebody took mashed pumpkin and threw it all over the walls.
What else did it look exactly like?
It looked like Grimace was beaten to death and just lay strewn about.
And that was Meat Sauce with What Else Is It Exactly Like?
There are so many characters from McDonald's. Why is it always Grimace?
But I got him all cleaned up after it was on his back and his feet. He did it immediately right after I cleaned him up.
Yeah, man.
They poop so much.
Speaking of soft serve.
Yes, correct. 100%.
You gotta get that ninja thing.
Yeah, man.
So much.
He's a ninja.
But I love him.
I do want to break down, like, we always assume that if he's going to be possessed, that it's going to be a terrible bad thing. But what if he's like, Louis Steve, demon lawyer?
Yeah, correct.
You know, he's not a great guy. He's a demon. Straight from hell.
But he got me out of my DUI.
So he's got a lot of information because he's been to hell.
And he does commercials like, have you been pulled over for DWI?
Oh, boy.
This is not Louis, only Steve.
Oh, boy. More of the
You are
Politics
still
Show.
go hell, but I get you out of ticket.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
The Power Hour is live at 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed.
In a town where everyone's named Steve, there's no one who stands out, it's quite upbeat. But there's this Louis walking down the street. He's got a spark, all you can see is true. Louis, in a sea of steams. He's the only one with a unique degrees. No more uniformity, just Louis free. He's making waves in his very own degrees. Everywhere you look, Steve's. Steve's. But Louis shining through, he's not just any leaves.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Zachary, kind of a bad 21 Pilot song? A little?
No, gosh, no.
A good 20?
Yeah.
Not even
Their
there's
best
no
song?
comparison.
Louis in a Sea of Steves?
No.
Brilliant.
No more uniformity.
This sounds more like
free. He's making waves in his
a
very
little Weezer vibe to it.
From the library to the park, Louie's always making a mark with a smile and wave. He's on his way to show everyone he is not just a
Not AI's best work.
No.
I liked the Tickling for Profit one yesterday
that
better.
was great.
I like the chorus, though. Louis.
Yeah.
Sea of Steves.
In the Sea of Steves.
Because you paid for that, Hodge,
Yes, sir.
do you
Yeah.
get to keep all of those?
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Yeah, there was I talked to a guy
Put
yesterday
down an
that
album.
basically said you get the rights to every song that creates under your account.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know how you're going to profit off of it, but go for it.
Yeah,
you can
man.
try.
I'm going to sell a giant album.
I mean,
What's it going to be called?
Sea of Steves.
Sea of Steves is great.
It's a good idea. I mean, I hadn't thought about naming the album yet.
the most important thing about profiting, though, it's always profit over privacy.
Yep. Well, phase 1 is collect underpants, and phase 3 is profit.
You're reading Rosie's book?
With the forward by
Terry Knight.
Yeah.
Terry Knight.
I wonder what she's up to.
I'm not very tall. She's not very tall. She's a pretty girl. I like her.
Who's Terry Knight?
She used to do traffic for us. You don't
Yeah.
remember Terry Knight doing traffic?
That was before Sauce.
She did traffic on every radio station, though.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I was here.
And then she would join the Power Trip Morning Show live via her little connection.
Yeah,
wherever
they
the hell
wrote
she was.
Guns N' Roses wrote a song about her.
Was she local?
a night trade.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's about her?
Yeah, she was local.
Oh, so she'd be in like a booth down the hall?
No, she wasn't in the
She was
building.
not in our building. She did it with, what was dude's name?
Dylan.
John Lundell?
Yeah, John Lundell. Yeah,
Yeah.
They worked at the same company. Was it Metro Traffic? Is that right?
That sounds right.
Yeah. I
She's got to be in the city somewhere still, right?
She still is. Yeah, I follow her on OnlyFans.
Your mic's on.
I'm just kidding. Love you,
you're not.
Terry.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I would. I support local business.
Remember, one of the best sound bites in the early Power Trip days was Terry Knight going, "How do you get your thing stuck in a toilet?"
Oh, yeah.
Because you accidentally pinched your thing in the toilet seat.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds more impressive than it was. The toilet seat was broken, and it shifted when I sat down on it and pinched it.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah.
your poor penis is
It's
taking
my
a
Vietnam.
beating.
It did last night. I have that in here somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that sound.
Good.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you do. I said good.
Yeah, that wasn't sarcastic.
No,
he was
he didn't.
impressed with your memory.
He didn't mean it. He hates me.
Oh.
JK.
He's not here today.
Thank you.
He's in San
How do you
Diego.
get your thing? I gotta find it.
That's so good.
Damn.
A freeze.
What'd you say?
They're giving away Stanley tumblers now at these mattress sales. Wow.
Yeah, I found it. Here it is.
Oh, was in bits?
How do you get your thing stuck in a toilet?
Yeah, how cute is she?
That's great.
How to get your thing?
How do you get your thing stuck in a toilet?
I like the way she says thing.
Yeah, she's.
Oh man, that's really good. It gives me tingles.
Oh, that's her?
Same gal, yeah.
Wow. I remember all that. Cool story, Paul.
Terry, if you're out there, DM me.
Jesus.
Shapers.
What's wrong with DM?
How do you get your thing stuck in a toilet?
Isn't that what kids do? They
Yeah,
DM me
Terry,
things?
slide into his DMs.
DM
Oh, yeah, it does kind of sound dirty when you say it like that. I didn't say slide in my DMs.
You were thinking it.
No! She's a happily married person. No idea if she's married or not.
I think she's married to Jordan Knight from the New Kids on the Block.
Oh, is that true?
Can't be Jonathan.
No.
We should have a slide into DMs
Whoa.
day.
What does that mean?
Hey, Hawk, it's Nick.
Oh, brilliant.
You just, it's just,
Wait. Sorry, Zach, to cut you off. Which
Yeah.
one? Which excuse is this? Is this the I didn't want to risk it?
Hey,
Is it-
Hawk, it's Nick. I know you told me to text you, but I don't even know how to do that. I've never texted before. I'm not with it, I guess you'd say. I have a phone number for you to call. it looks like. My wife did say that apparently she's hard to get a hold of. Hopefully you can get a hold of her and take care of this. Just let her know that I was there from a certain time to a certain time. All right. Hopefully this works for you. And if I owe you big, we'll talk to you again later. All right, buddy. If you have any questions, give me a call. You got my number. Thanks. Bye.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
do you remember what that was about?
He wanted me to give him a job
referral or recommendation.
Recommendation, yeah. And so instead of doing that, I just sent the prospective employer that soundbite and said, "Don't hire this."
It's always good when you're at that point in your early to mid 20s, going, "I'm not really with it. I don't know how to text."
Yeah.
And
I've never done that before.
I guess my wife says she's hard to get a hold of, so good luck getting a hold of her.
That's 2007. So 18 years ago, he had never texted anybody. Does that math work out?
Well, so what is, Zach, you know this. iPhone, 06-ish?
07.
Okay, so 07. So,
Yeah.
But before that, there were multiple.
absolutely, there were phones that were texting before that. But it was truly then a big part of our culture once the iPhone hit. But clearly, people were texting before that.
Well, before
no
that.
doubt.
Still, yeah.
No doubt.
Go.
There she is.
Hello.
On our flip phones.
Here we go.
With
That's her?
Snake and Panda.
Oh, Snake is one of the best phone games of all time.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
Hall of
Snake.
Fame worthy. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I
I think it
Brick
is.
Attack.
Yeah, that was fun.
Man,
It was fun.
I've never texted anybody. That's just a weird
I'm not with it.
I don't know how that works.
He didn't either. But he was a pharmacist.
Yeah. Super nice guy.
I love that kid. I wonder why he never reaches out. Like, we talk about him all the time.
Yeah,
What
we
if?
do, yeah.
Can you imagine if Babyface Nick is currently sleeping with Terry Knight, and we accidentally just talked about both of them in the same
Nick
segment?
at night.
Man, that's really good. It gives me tingles.
See, she's into it.
Yeah.
Wow, Terry.
How do you get your thing stuck in a toilet?
Ask Nick. He doesn't know how to text.
Yeah.
I have a hard time even listening to that soundbite because the memory of that.
Oof.
Your poor penis.
Yeah, please
Needs to
give it
get a
some,
job.
Give it some change if you have any to spare. Please.
Get a job.
Anything helps. God bless.
Right.
You can pretend you don't see me as you pretend to work your radio, but I know you know I'm standing here.
There's a guy. This is mean, but there's a guy in Plymouth who's had a sign that says he has terminal cancer for about 4 years, right on the side of the road.
Yeah.
How
You ever
terminal
flip him a
is it?
thumbs up
Well,
and say,
my point is I didn't really believe him 4 years ago. The guy's just, he's trying to beg for some spare change or some dollar bills. I get it, but at some point it's like, buddy, just say you want booze. You don't have terminal cancer.
Good news.
That is great news. He does not have terminal cancer. I would bet my life.
Tickle Trey.
This is so
It's
good.
quite a sight. Paul Allen tickles babies.
Front Page Sports is next. Power Trip 42 on the Fan.
Where no one should. In the stall. Profit over privacy. That's what he'll do I call. I walked out with a grin, but inside I was shocked.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
welcome back to Power Trip Morning Show.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I gotta tell people about something. Rock out with Shinedown at Target Center. Experience an electrifying night of powerful performances and chart-topping hits on the Dance Kid Dance Tour, July 28th with special guests Bush and Morgan Way. Get your tickets now and be part of an unforgettable concert experience. See all the details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
No more waiting, no more lag, just endless shows.
day and night in a magical
Mr.
bag.
Z wrote this song.
Netflix dead, I'm living the dream. Streaming everywhere, it's the new scheme. No more buffering, no more pause, just pure bliss without a trace. Netflix dead, no more ads to skip. Entertainment at my fingertips, every show, every movie, every time. In my world, it's the only crime. I see the
song's called Netflix is Dead,
which is Mr. Z's all-time favorite song. Hi, Mr. Z. Good morning.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Daddy.
All right, look, I'm going to let Sauce take most of this because you know where I stand on the Marvel movies. They just don't do much for me. I think they are mostly awful, but people seem to like them. But no, Sauce, you love the Marvel movies.
I do, yeah.
But you don't think Captain America looks very good.
Mr. Z?
Yeah.
I don't know the money parts of all these movies and what they've made, so maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but it seems like Marvel hasn't had a hit in a while, and they may speed up the filming and the process of some of these Avengers movies, because in my mind, those were the last good Marvel movies.
Yeah, well, I think what's coming up next after this is we're heading towards Secret Wars, basically the next Avengers film, but we'll get a couple that will introduce us to some of the new Avengers. And so, yeah, that is definitely the path. And this is, this is still Captain America. So it is stuck back in the, although with Sam as Captain America instead of, and so it's introducing some new stuff. So, yeah, that's definitely where we're headed is the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
53% on your favorite website, Rotten Tomatoes, 80% with the audience score, but Red Hulk and stuff and whatever. Oh,
yeah, well, this is, it's Rotten Tomatoes. I kind of had to remind myself that nobody outside of the industry and possibly here we're on the radio, most real people don't go to Rotten Tomatoes, so that's kind of good. This is a great example of why Rotten Tomatoes is useless because I know it sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but this is a perfect example of a movie where before going in, I bet you could pretend to be a psychic and predict that whatever you think you're going to think of this movie before going in is very likely what you're going to think coming out. Like I said, something might be a couple, but this one is exactly that. I'm not a Captain America fan. Sauce, you talk about liking the Marvel films. I liked some of the Marvel films, and some I didn't. I didn't care for either of the any of the Thors, except for Ragnarok. And the Captain America 2, I was superly bored. So I wasn't looking forward that much to Captain America because I'm not a fan. He's not one of my characters. But I'll tell you this, I was surprised that it wasn't bad for me personally. Not a bad movie, but I didn't hate it. I actually enjoyed parts of it, and that's about where I am with Captain America. And so I came out and I talked to a few people. I'm like, it wasn't bad, right? And they're like, yeah, it wasn't terrible. And I'm like, oh, to me, that was great news. And I think that's what we're seeing from audience scores too, that when people are coming out, they're like, yeah, I kind of like Captain America. And I know it's fun to pick on Red Hulk a little bit, but Red Hulk is canon in the Marvel universe as far as who he is, where he comes from, sort of an important character actually in the Marvel universe. So for those people who know all that and care about all that, this is a perfectly good movie.
I agree with you
as well. If you think it's dumb, you're out,
I like a lot of the Marvel movies, but like Thor Love and Thunder was terrible. The Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was awful. The Doctor Strange and the Multiverse was okay, but the Guardians of the Galaxy is great. The Spider-Man movies are great, but yeah, some of these are just duds.
Yeah, and that's when it gets a little too comic booky for some people to know. I mean, comic books are corny and silly, and they have dumb villains with silly names. And if you're going to make movies true to the comic books, which is where this all comes from, you'll notice that Marvel has a thing for everything as Peter Parker. Everyone has the first name, last name, have the same initials. And so, in this movie, so once you see that it's kind of silly, and that it's, and so it is, I don't know, like I said, I hate to cop out and say, but it's an okay movie for those of you who don't really care one way or another. And if you love it, if you know you're going to hate the Captain America movie, then why go?
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about how everybody loves Paddington 2, that it's widely considered, universally considered just like an awesome, awesome kids movie. Well, Paddington in Peru comes out with a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it looks like the momentum is just not stopping. And whoever making these Paddington movies is doing it right.
Yeah. Again, we did talk a little bit about Paddington, and it's the kind of the warmth and the sweetness of the character that can be really creepy, but there's something about the way they made the Paddington movies is you actually care about this dumb little bear, even as an adult, and kids, it's really real to them, and so it kind of sucks you into his world. So when something happens on the screen, it actually feels like there's a little bear doing it. So I don't know how else to put it, but it's the charm of the character and the way they play the movie. It's not crazy and running around. It's not Looney Tunes. It's just a really nice, sweet film.
I watched Becoming Led Zeppelin last night at the theater.
Yeah.
I believe it only runs this weekend. I think it's only at a few theaters. I saw it at one of the AMC theaters. No, I saw it actually at Willow Creek. That's not AMC. It doesn't matter. It's from the very beginning of their lives through the second album. It's the best music documentary I've ever seen.
Wow.
The live footage is unbelievable. I can't believe they had the stuff they had. Mr. Z, they had video of their first ever concert they ever did. But the most touching thing was watching these gentlemen who were in their, I believe, 80s, watching their long dead drummer and listening to their long dead drummer talk about them in interviews they hadn't ever heard. It's moving. You forget that they wrote and did all those songs. I mean, all the songs, Dazed and Confused, Rock and Roll, all those songs, those are those guys. It's the best music documentary I've ever seen. The sound system at a movie theater makes it even better. I couldn't encourage you more. While it's still in theaters, go see Becoming Led Zeppelin if you're any kind of a music fan. But if you like Led Zeppelin, you will love them by the time you leave. It's incredible.
Yeah, big screen format, mostly IMAX. But yeah, I didn't see it. It wasn't a commercial side, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But I was curious that I wasn't. My older brothers are Zeppelin guys. I wasn't a Zeppelin guy, but I was thinking the same thing. Hawk, was that I bet you that hearing the sound and sitting in the big seat, leaning back and watching the screen, is got to be. I mean, it's got to be cool with that MX presentation.
Yeah, you can't believe they're 19 and 20 years old and they're writing songs like Misty Mountain High. You just can't believe it. It's so great. And if you love music, you will love this. If you even just like it, I guarantee you'll be just jazzed by how incredible it is to watch these people create art that you've heard every day for most of your life.
Yeah.
You know, really great stuff.
Cool.
Really good.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Z, that we need to know or not?
No, ride out for a little bit and make you 17 in a couple weeks.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, dude.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Right, Mr. Z. You can find him on social media at Mr. Z Movies if you want to argue about stuff.
Did he say he was going to make us 17 in a few weeks?
Yeah, I think it was like a Drake reference.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, he loves Drake.
He does?
He looks like a Drake fan.
Yep. Got that vibe.
He do.
Got that vibe.
For what really matters when we come back, I got some facts about recycling that I've always wondered about.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
It's too late to say.
It does sound like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Too late. Apologize.
In the chaos of the day,
I mean, that's a direct ripoff.
we forget.
AI is going to get sued.
This is what really matters. It's not about the wealth, it's the love in your heart. The laughter you get, only this matters. It's the real deal.
I just put in, this is what really matters.
Well, AI is not wrong. Love is what matters. Not random sports scores and random facts, but we'll do that after this on The Fan.
The light in your cost, a simple smile, a hug, a gentle host. Only this matters.
You took it too seriously, AI.
Test. This is what really matters. Only this matters. In the end, it's the love and the care. This is what really matters.
Chill out. Take a drink. Smoke some
Through the
news.
storms and the rain.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Listen to the smooth KFAN. Smooth fan. 100.3.
This ride has got me buzzing like a bee. Got my heart racing, can't keep my feet still. Feeling horny, yeah, can't deny. Got plans to make tonight, my mind's on high.
Yeah, yeah.
Went through the week, now it's time to play. Dancing in the club, feel like a rave.
Talk about it.
Got that energy, can't contain.
With those things out.
Tonight's the night, no need to explain. It's Friday and I'm horny. Feeling alive, can't wait to unwind.
You got to find a way to get this reimbursed. Because you just cracked the code on how we can play music forever.
You're right.
You're brilliant.
No. You got to go down the hall and say, give me my money back.
I know how he's going to get his money back.
All right. All right, let's do front page sports.
Are you going to tell me how I'm going to get my money back? I want to know.
Hey, you told me yesterday. You use it for work.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Thanks, Holiday.
It's Friday and I'm horny.
Gotta love those Holiday Station Stores. Buy 3 Red Bulls for $8.50 for a limited time. Wake up with Red Bull at Holiday.
The best. Love Holiday.
Holiday is the best. The Oklahoma City Thunder had only lost 9 games all season long until last night. The Timberwolves put them into double digits. They're now 44-10 because the Wolves won 116-101. Now, the Wolves had a 17-point lead in the first half and almost blew it multiple times.
Yep.
But when it mattered, they started to pull away, and they hold off for a 15-point win. And I think I read this stat on SportsCenter, right? Across the bottom scroll. I think that's the biggest loss of the 10 for Oklahoma City. I think 15 points is their biggest defeat of the season. So shout out to the Timberwolves for a nice little upset. They were big underdogs. What was it, like 9-point dogs?
10. I think 10 and a half, yeah.
So not only covered, just flat out won by 15. The Wolves are up to 31-25, 27 points for Nas, 23 for Ant, even though he didn't have the best night shooting, and Terrence Shannon off the bench. 13.
As Johnny Athletic tweeted last night, this is the Timberwolves season in a nutshell. They lose to the Bucks without Giannis and Dame one night, then they beat the Thunder without Rudy, Dante, Conley, and Randall the next.
Is there a stat that can show that disparity that you were just talking about, Sauce, with like the amount of times they've lost to teams that they should have beaten by double digits and beat teams that they should have lost to by double digits? Is there something that measures that effectively?
I guess the stat would just be their wins or losses against
the
giant spreads. Yeah. USA got scored on first because Finland came out of the gates with 1, but then the USA squad scored 6 in a row to win 6-1 over Finland.
Saturday night, ABC, United States, Canada. We could talk about yesterday. I mean, Boldy had a great goal, tipped a shot off of Brock Faber, fired one from the blue line, tipped it in. It's about to be shown on ESPN, and it's awesome. Last night was great again. Obviously, less competitive. Finland is hurt, so they're definitely the fourth of the 4 nations.
Why did they even get an invite? Couldn't we pick a better nation than Finland?
Because Russia got all worry, and so we can't have Russia. But that would be the probably the rightful 4th team if we didn't have.
I don't know why Sauce and Dov Lambert didn't do anything with their lives, because Brady and Matthew Tkachuk both scored 2 goals last night, 4 total.
How about that, indeed? Yeah, I mean, it's that U.S. team is sick. The Canada team is sick. I can't recommend enough. I don't care if you like hockey or not, or Sauce or Cory. ABC Saturday night, it's going to be one hell of a show. Cannot wait. They actually care. Like these All-Star games, they don't care. They care about this. Clearly.
So, can I ask a stupid question?
Can't wait.
You're good at it,
this going forward instead of an all-star game?
Well, so the plan is next year they'll play in the Olympics, so there wouldn't be an all-star game anyway. I don't know if they have any plans for 27, but in 28 they're going to do the World Cup of Hockey again.
Oh, sweet.
Enjoy that, guys.
So,
yeah. It's a lot of balls references.
No, I'll be long gone.
No.
Yeah.
Watch all this change though, with one star getting a significant injury, and then they're all going to go. Let's not do this.
No, I think it means enough to them that it might even be worth that. I'm not even kidding. Like the players care about it. That's Kachuk Brady. I think it was Brady who said last night that Saturday night is going to be the biggest game of his career.
It's all right for fighting.
Yeah,
so,
a great song.
And they do kind of fight too, which is you don't really get that in the Olympics. But because this is like just NHL exclusive, they definitely still push and shove after the whistle, which is kind of fun. And you could potentially have teammates in the NHL fighting each other on the ice. Oh, there's Conley, but yeah,
Common.
So I can't wait. Saturday night, just give it a shot. Whatever, watch it for 10 seconds. Tell me I'm an idiot for.
You're not an idiot.
Steering you astray.
I'll watch
That's a lot of things you want me to do.
Yeah,
There's nothing else on
ABC.
I mean,
Of course, there's something else on.
The Rising Star rookie game, which I know Hawk's going to watch.
I'm sure there's a rerun of Chicago Fire.
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. I'm sure Doc is on Fox. Do you like that show, Hawk?
Yeah, it's great. Wait a minute, Doc!
Dawkins terrible.
Dawkins rocks.
So if I understand the premise of that show that I'm never going to watch, she got hit in the head and has amnesia, but is now going to try to take up her previous work as a doctor.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But she's walking around the hospital with a bandage on her head to remind us all as the viewers that she has been previously injured in the skull.
Yeah, it's sort of like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack where he goes, "My arm!"
Right.
I don't believe she really got hit on the head. I just think she wanted to stop talking to people she didn't like.
And no one listening, and I mean no one, can hear the word amnesia and not think about Kermit the Frog from up at South Take Manhattan.
I mean, that's what
it's the most famous movie that involves amnesia of all time because he got hit by a car,
Rosie,
and then started a new life because he forgot where he was and who he was and worked at an ad agency.
Overboard.
Yeah, but I would say Goldie Hawn second to Kermit.
Can you fake it?
I mean, it's tougher for guys to do it, but they could try.
Yeah. No. Amnesia.
Oh, sure.
As Hawk knows, I think the bit was she worked at that hospital, nobody liked her, and now she doesn't remember how mean she was.
I just don't know if I'm a hospital if I want one of my doctors walking around with a bandage around her head going, "I'm a doctor." Just go home. Take a nap. Walk it off.
Give it up.
That was going.
The show's called Doc. No kidding.
Got my heart racing, can't keep my feet
Sounds like
still.
Halsey.
Feeling horny.
I like Halsey.
Halsey's awesome. All right.
Do you know her middle name?
Yeah.
My mind's on
Mentholyptus.
Isn't that what Halsey?
That wasn't an excellent or a brilliant?
I said brilliant.
No, but again, when you laugh, that basically says you don't think it was clever. Remember, we talked about this a couple days ago. Then that means you think it's funny, but not clever.
Friday and I'm horny.
Brilliant. Genius.
Mr. Z next, Power Trip Morning Show fan.
Tonight's the night, we're gonna have some fun. Go fan.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Listen up, Minnesota. Comedian Nate Bargatze is bringing a second night of laughs to the XL Energy Center. Don't miss out on the hilarity when he takes the stage on Sunday, July 27th with the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Tickets are available now. Get all the details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Friends gather round, laughter in the air. Mark's got a story, his taste buds are bare. Those happy meals made us feel like the best. McDonald's, oh how we love you. From the fries to the chicken nuggets, you're our go-to. Bring me McDonald's, Mark Parrish. A happy meal of Friday chips. Bring me McDonald's, Mark Parrish. Let's make the day just right. The smell of burgers cooking, sizzling, steaming. Lots already salivating. No need to pretend. Can I get them a crib and some onion rings too?
What? See, we shouldn't be afraid of AI if they think onion rings in America are at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Maybe some other markets have it or try, but you can't get onion rings at McDonald's.
Oh, they're so good.
Does Burger King still have onion rings?
I would bet, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Who else has onion rings for fast food restaurants?
Dairy Queen.
Oh, that's true. Dairy Queen does.
Because it's the same company.
As
That they get their food from the same company. Yep. Yeah. Burger King does.
The Onion Ring King.
me, McDonald's, Mark Parrish.
Let's do what really matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports. It'll be the boring part. Chris will tell you something else that you'll learn.
Yeah.
Something.
I got a good story for you, sweetie.
Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com bring you Wild news. And again, the Wild still don't play for another 8 days, but some members of the Wild have been playing because the Four Nations face-off is going on, and the Wild got in the mix last night because Boldy scored for the USA, and that was from Brock Faber. Boldy also assisted on Team USA's first goal from Brady Tkachuk. The Americans win 6-1 over Finland.
The young America.
No games today in the Four Nations face-off, and then tomorrow at noon, Finland versus Sweden, and then USA versus Canada tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Where'd Zach go?
He went to go get Matt from 7th Avenue Pizza.
I really wanted him to hear this.
He's in Chaska. He'll be back in like an hour. What really matters, though, is this.
So I like listening to books that tell me random facts about things. So I bought this book called A Walk Around the Block. And Stoplight Secrets, Mischievous Squirrels, Manhole Mysteries, and other stuff you should see every day, but know nothing about. By an author named Spike Carlson. In the very introduction, I realized the guy's from Stillwater. Because most of what he talks about is from Stillwater.
Everybody lives in Stillwater.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, cool, man, this is awesome. We can break this up into as many as you want, but there's so many things about recycling that I wondered about that he talks about here. He says, I'm standing with Bill Keegan, president of DemCon, a waste recycling management company, and Jennifer Potter, community outreach coordinator, in a classroom attached to the materials recovery facility, as they enthusiastically tag team facts and stories of the recycling world. Keegan tells the tale of one city council meeting where people were up in arms about prospects of a landfill and recycling facility. He talked about how people just don't really understand what recycling is all about. In its short 6-year lifetime, this massive facility has undergone seven major changes and upgrades. DemCom welcomes thousands of visitors each year, and they target 5th graders and teach people about how to do recycling. The company has an interactive trailer that goes around, and 5th graders get a chance to look at it. So listen to this. Collection trucks back up. What's going on over there? Sorry, I'm very distracted. It sounds like what's going on?
A lot of shares.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of people coming in today.
Okay. Anyway, they disgorge mound after mound of mixed recyclables. The space is the size of an ice arena with a corresponding warmth. All is rumbling, screeching. Keegan shouts over the growl of trucks and machinery. People recycle twice as much stuff with commingled or single stream recycling, where all the recyclables are collected into a single container, which is what most of us have, right? It also builds good habits. DemCon processes more than 50,000 pounds of commingled recyclables per hour. I'm going to say that again. Per hour, this one company processes more than 50,000 pounds of recyclables per hour. 8 to 10% is garbage or items that should not have been put into the bin.
That's a huge bitch.
I always wonder about that, right? How much of what I put into the garbage or into the recycle bin actually belongs in the recycles bin?
Yeah.
People are well-meaning, Potter says. They have something they're unsure of, and they figure if it goes into the trash, there's zero chance it's going to be recycled. But if it goes in the recycling bin, well, maybe. It's called wish cycling. Never heard of that before. Makes sense. But those wishful items wind up contaminating other materials, jamming up the machinery, adding to the amount of hand sorting, and can be downright deadly. The best mantra, according to Keegan, is when in doubt, throw it out.
Didn't your grandfather have a similar motto?
Yeah. Damn right he did. If it tastes like, yeah, right.
Oh, boy.
Every few minutes, a steel-wheeled front-end loader takes a crunching bite out of the 25-foot-high mountain of recycling and dumps it into an in-feed hopper. The hopper shakes, and the material goes onto rollers, spreads out evenly on a wide conveyor belt. Keegan explains that bagged recycling needs to be ripped open by hand. So again, if you put all your recycling into a bag, they have to have somebody physically rip it open.
Who does that?
When handlers don't have time to do that, the entire caboodle is diverted into the trash stream. Plus, the bags clog machinery, and the bags aren't recyclable. So right off the bat, if you put your recyclables into a bag, you're throwing the whole thing into hell.
Wow.
Plastic bags, large and small, not only clog DEMCON's conveyor belts, they're clogging the planet. 5 trillion plastic bags are produced worldwide each year.
Jeez, Becky.
Only 1% are recycled. The average working life of a single-use plastic bag is 12 minutes. And tests show it can take 100 years for it to decompose. For one bag.
Really?
Yeah. There's much, much more. Do you want to do another? Should I keep on going?
This is great.
Jesus, this is depressing as hell.
Yeah. I'll give you more. It's easy to get lost in the cornstalk maze of recycling statistics. For every argument, there's a counter-argument, paper or plastic. Well, it requires about a thimbleful of petroleum to create one plastic bag. But getting a paper bag from forest to checkout counter requires 4 times that amount of oil. And since cotton farming is so pesticide and irrigation intensive, you need to reuse a cloth bag 173 times before it actually pays off.
Wow.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
I got way more.
We're helping.
Again, this is a book by a local author. I'll tell you the title again in a moment. But it's a nationwide book. It's on real well for him. Keegan, Potter, and I follow the 4-foot-wide conveyor belt as it travels uphill to a sorting cabin where 6 eagle-eyed, quick-fisted workers. By the way, Lawyer Lambert has a second job. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He doesn't have an eagle eye.
No, but he is quick-fisted.
No doubt.
Quick-fisted workers perform recycling triage. Man, again, I had no idea. I'm going to tell you a couple things here that are going to blow your mind. They pluck out oversized, dangerous, or blatantly unrecyclable items, and it's dizzying to watch. The sorting process is 80% mechanical and 20% human, but literally every item in the 300 tons of recyclables that pass through the plant daily has human eyes put on it. Every single item.
That's incredible.
I peek into the rejects, and this is at a local company here, not far from us. I peek into the rejects tubs, and I find lamp bases, twisted copper pipes, shattered light bulbs, and old faucets. You can't believe the stuff we find in here, Keegan shouts above the clang and roar. We find 10s, 20s, 100s. If we find a wallet, we return it. Sure they do.
No chance.
With the cash out, yeah.
Yeah.
Wallet, they return it.
Yeah, sure. Hundreds of dirty diapers. Thanks a lot, Sauce. You're killing the planet.
Yeah,
way to go, Steve.
That. Yeah, that's me.
There is no Louis, only Steve.
He doesn't do much except for clog up the recycling bins at DEMCON.
We do use a lot of diapers.
If there was an inventor's competition for the worst thing to recycle, it would be a diaper.
Yeah, no, I throw those
Sauce,
out.
why did you think we could recycle that?
I don't recycle diapers.
So then who did?
Hawk's dad.
No.
He doesn't live here.
We've pulled out guns, safes.
Guns?
Deer parts. One time, we found a turtle crawling on the belt. They did save it, by the way.
Think of that turtle's story when he got back to the pond.
You'll never believe where I've been.
Yeah, you thought American Gladiators was interesting? Wait until you see the Eliminator I just went through.
Right.
Everyone along the line has a pull cord that can stop the line, and it stops the whole line to safely remove things.
Like a human baby.
As Potter speaks, one worker extracts a bowling trophy and with one hand and a bra with his other.
Keeping this.
The team at DEMCOM is eternally vigilant, looking out for lithium-ion batteries, which are used in everything from vape pens to cell phones to cordless drills. Last year, one of DEMCOM's transfer stations burned to the ground because a single crushed lithium battery had been put in recycling. It's not unusual for a dozen fires a year to break out in the plant. The batteries also cause collection truck fires. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
No idea. Here's something you can give a sport. This one, I'll give you the rest of the story. But Corey, this is going to blow your mind. Recycling and refuse disposal is the 5th most dangerous occupation in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
My gosh.
Wow.
Well, I'm done recycling.
That's not my point.
I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Really?
I throw batteries away left and right. Sometimes in the recycling bin, sometimes in the trash. Depends on how I'm feeling.
do you
You
use
throw
all those
batteries from
batteries?
overpasses.
Don't worry about it.
The book, by the way, again, is called A Walk Around the Block.
Okay.
And it is by Spike Carlson, a Stillwater-based author. Do you want to know more about why everybody's dying, Corey?
Well, it sounds like batteries are exploding.
Yeah. Most fatalities occur during the collection process, but plenty occur in the plant. One Florida worker was crushed by a cardboard compactor. Another worker in Albany, New York, was killed while removing a piece of plastic from a conveyor belt. Workers are injured by falling bales of materials, are caught in shredders. Goodness sake.
Oh, my gosh.
And, by the way...
The bad guy from the Ninja Turtles?
Same.
That's right. And, by the way, contract hepatitis from the loose needles people try to recycle.
God.
Sorry. One worker scrunches his forehead and yanks out a string of Christmas lights. Come on, people. Try harder.
If they're dodging hepatitis needles, can't we let them just keep the wallets?
Yeah, for sure they
correct.
do, Corey.
They don't need to
Of course
return
they
those.
do.
Keep the bras and the wallets. Dodge the needles.
Right.
Dodge the shredders. The bad guy from the Ninja Turtles. Yes, the same.
Somebody
one.
was going to make that joke.
He's not the bad guy, by the way. He's just misunderstood. It's like the Sith and the Jedis. The Sith are actually the good guys. You just don't understand what's going on.
Me personally or everybody?
Mostly you.
Me, personally?
Me do one? Yeah, that's what you think that's the name of a Jedi.
As we move on, a bag of shredded paper gets caught in a roller and explodes like a confetti cannon.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
Thousands of I'm sorry?
Let's just start dumping stuff on the street. Let somebody else figure it out. No more cans.
Yeah.
No more bins. Just throw it out.
The nice thing about this is I'm going to forget about all this in a couple of hours.
Ignorance is bliss.
And just keep throwing out everything and not,
your needles, your bras, your batteries.
I mean, not that stuff. Like, I'll be smart enough not to do that, but
good.
As stressed as I am right now listening to this and as bad as I feel about all that, it's going to be just nice to not think about this in a couple of hours.
The preceding 2 minutes was brought to you by THC.
Yes, exactly.
Brilliant.
We toured one of these plants when I was in like elementary school, and it smelled terrible. And we were all like, this is third grade. So you have a bunch of third graders surrounded by trash, and recycling doesn't smell much better. And so we're all complaining about the smell, and we get back, and the teachers yell at us because they're like, that's their place to work, and all you guys were doing is...
Why does this teacher have a lisp?
Why are you using your real voice?
And the hands are flailing around like that. Is this a specific teacher, or is this something you have manifested?
Not a specific one, but anyway. They're mad at us for...
Keep doing the voice.
They're like, oh, this is their place to work, and you're going in there and telling them it stinks and stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's a trash place, and you're bringing third graders in there. What are we going to do? Like, be very respectful of it. It's like, no. No, obviously, I wouldn't go in there now as an adult and be like, oh, this place stinks.
Yes, you would.
No, not to them. I wouldn't tell the people in the hard hats and the gloves.
No, you do it like every other passive-aggressive Minnesotan and talk about it on the way home.
Here's something good, Core. By the way, if you're recycling glass, the only glass people should recycle are those that originally had food or beverages in them. Mirrors, window glass, bakeware, it all has a different composition and melting temperature and contaminate the truly recyclable glass. But a ton of recyclable glass cost glass bottle manufacturers less than the price of a pizza. So they can get all this glass and reuse it. It only costs them the price of a pizza. But recycling 1 ton of glass saves 10 gallons of oil, a seemingly trivial amount until you multiply it by 15,000 tons of glass Demcom recycles every year. So recycle glass. Good.
But again, here's the problem with this, and this is, I think, what you're kind of saying, is there's no way to get every single person on board with doing this the right way, right? So they have to deal with our stupidity or our lack of motivation to look up how we're supposed to do this. For example, how many times have any of us been about to go to Goodwill and you're like, I wonder if they take this?
Yeah.
And you bring it there, and then they see the thing that you were on the fence about, and they're like, hey, we don't take those. And you're like, oh, no, my bad. And then a week later, you come back and you got like a box, and they're like, "What's in this?" You're like, "Nothing but books."
Yeah, just
nothing
books
but
and
books.
clothes.
And then the bottom of that books box is a live hand grenade. You're like, "I don't know what to do with this."
Yeah, correct.
But they won't take it if they see it, so you got to put it in a clothes bag or something else. Just books and clothes. Where do I put this? And let them deal with it. Right? It's the worst. It's hard to. I don't know. It's there are so many things like. You ever had? I've gotten attitude from Goodwill people like, we don't take those. How am I supposed to know? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Fine, I won't.
Probably because they've had to tell so many other people.
Because they probably.
I get it, but it's like,
and then they know you're going to do exactly what you're about to do.
They know you're. Yeah.
Well, then don't be so mean about it, and I won't hide it next time. Now I'll just recycle it.
Yeah, you will. They could have given you like a, I don't know, free Cane's gift card, and you still would have came back.
I get free Cane's for life. Just ask my wife.
True. By the way, I just realized this is, you know what this is like? This is watching a Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, getting all like angry, and then not doing a damn thing about
nothing,
it. Oh.
Yeah. Well, again, I want to have somebody on from this from Demcom to tell us what we should recycle and how we can do it correctly, because there's got to be some positivity to it. And here's, for instance, in 1960, Americans recycled 10% of their waste. Today, we recycle 35%. My home state of Minnesota, along with other states and cities, set an ambitious target to compost or recycle 75% of their waste by 2030. And San Francisco is already there. How about that? See, it's possible.
I just feel like we need to invent new ways of recycling still. We need to put money into that.
Sauce, give me 3 or 4 things that we cannot recycle based on what Chris has said in the last 10 minutes.
Needles, batteries, plastic bags.
What kind of glass can we recycle?
Glass?
Mm-hmm. What kind of glass should we be recycling?
That's a great question.
You weren't listening?
Yes, I was.
Then fire away.
Come on, you got this, buddy.
Light bulbs?
No.
Dear God.
He heard me say light bulbs.
Tops of tables?
The glass tops of tables is what we should be recycling.
You know what? I'm going to say it for you again because it's important you hear this. If it had food or liquid in it, you can recycle it.
So the exact opposite of what you just guessed.
Well, you tell me, is beer a liquid?
Yes.
You're supposed to rinse that out. But
then he said,
great question.
When
I
in
don't
doubt,
know.
throw it out.
It's a good question for Demcon.
Because if you put it in a plastic bag, all of it's getting thrown out.
Listen, how great is radio? We're live and local. Crystal, I won't say your last name. I give the tours at Demcon. I would love to have you guys out. Over in Shakopee.
Oh, it's in Shakopee. Paul, your hands up.
Crystal Woodhawk.
Well, don't say that. Don't you stop.
We're going to meet her, baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Let's take a power trip field trip.
We should right now.
I would love it.
Right now?
Yeah. Let's go.
We're on radio.
Thank you, Crystal. I'll reach out to you. We'll do it. She's the education and marketing director for Demcon.
Get a Comrex and a hotspot. We can do it from the road.
Do a live broadcast from a recycling center?
You know what? And as you're waiting to go in, as the fence is about to open, just start throwing trash out on the ground. I'm kidding, Crystal. We won't do that.
McDonald's wrap.
That's right.
I'm just imagining the Power Trip Morning Show turning this into Wonka's tour, and Sauce basically stealing fizzy lifty drinks, and he's basically getting hepatitis from needles. I didn't know.
I'll look like Hellraiser with all the needles I get hit with.
You already look like hell.
Do we really not have a way of, like, if somebody gets poked by a needle, of, like, preventing that, like, hepatitis right away?
No.
That sucks. We got to figure that out.
Are you suggesting some kind of an anti-venom, like snake bite?
Like, if you hit your finger, like, if you cut it off quick enough,
Jesus,
you won't get hepatitis anymore, right?
Jesus. What?
So
no,
you're saying,
it's not snake venom.
So you're saying you're trying to guess how fast it travels in your bloodstream?
Correct.
Just start cutting. Yeah, you know what? Next time somebody stabs you with a hepatitis needle, just start cutting off body parts on your way to the hospital.
And by the way, he didn't use finger quotes when he said hepatitis needle.
No, he didn't.
All right, Julia Daniels from Care 11 should be here shortly. She's making her initials debut at 8:15 with $84,500 up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. Paris should be here shortly. We'll do the news in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Once again, the book is called A Walk Around the Block by Spike Carlson. Lots of stuff like I was just telling you about. Actually, more so.
But he makes it his own, not the real stage. He's bold and he's bright in his own light.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.